You're listening to Off the Top Podcast. Hello and welcome to everyone. We're on to episode 5. I'm Shet Music.
I'm Nirvana Paris.
She waits for it every episode. And hello, a special hello to all the people that we figured out that are not from the UK that are listening to us. So we've got the USA, we've got
Australia,
Singapore,
South Africa.
Yo.
And
Welcome
obviously
to you
the
guys,
UK.
man. Yeah, obviously the UK too. Of course, we've got to big up the UK.
The UK.
You know what I mean? But yo, the guys that are listening to us that ain't from the UK, big up yourselves, man.
Hey.
I can't believe it. We're 5 episodes in and we've got listeners overseas. It's mad, isn't it?
It's wicked.
Never thought you lot would like listening to us just ramble. But today's topic, seeing as we've been getting it so much on TikTok, is going to be living in a council home.
Chav. Apparently, anyway.
What's that? What was that about?
What was it?
Obviously, bear in mind, guys, it's always not planned, the shows, guys. Like, we plan the topics, but we don't plan what we're going to say. So that was a bit of a random outburst by Nirvana
No,
Paris
that's
there.
because everyone on TikTok says a chav.
They don't say that on
call
mine.
us a chav. They call me a chav anyway.
Oh, gosh.
But I've just looked it up, and a chav, it says a young person of a type characterised by brash and loitous behaviour.
Is that what they're saying about you, yeah?
Well, apparently it's about people living in a council home. I don't know.
But yeah, let's explain for the people that don't know what a council home actually is then. What is a council home?
A council home, well, I'd say it's social housing.
It is social housing. So let's just I don't want to say dumb it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down for people. Like, what is social housing?
Social housing is for people like myself. So people that ain't rich to buy their homes like that.
That's a good way to put it. So yeah,
I mean,
basically she's right. So it's for people that can't afford to buy a house right now. They might not be
saving.
Yeah, they might be saving for a home. There's some people that use council homes that don't have jobs. Some people that basically they're on disabilities.
Just to feel safe and secure.
Well, it is a secure home. That's the thing. Your local council will provide a house or a flat that is somewhere where you can rent, where normally with private homes, after a year or so, you have to keep renewing the lease. And if they just decide they want to sell the home or they just don't want you there anymore, you're not really secure there. Whereas with a council home, that doesn't really happen. Once you're a secure tenant after a year, then you can literally just stay there. And then they do obviously give you the option to buy it as well at some point.
Yeah.
Most councils do anyway.
And it's cheap.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it. The housing they provide, I wouldn't say it's always like looking the nicest, but it's always a reasonable, affordable rent.
I don't know, I just think kids nowadays, they don't understand it.
Yeah, they wouldn't understand it. But the thing is, some of the people that probably saying like chav to you probably live in council homes themselves. They just don't know what one is. That's just what it wouldn't surprise me with TikTok, because there's people like really young on there. So, and some of the older people probably don't even know. They've just been born into, I won't say riches, but they've just been born into a nice life. So they probably would never even consider living in one. But that's probably because their parents or their grandparents lived in one years ago and saved up and bought a normal house. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's all it is. And a council house is a normal house anyway.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
There's nothing wrong
There's
with
loads
it.
of people that live in them that are ex-council houses. That's because they probably bought their council house. That's the thing about it. But yeah, it's not easy to get a council house, is it?
Wow.
That's the thing as well. It's not easy to get them.
Well, no, people say having kids, it helps you. It doesn't really help you at all.
It didn't help us.
No, it didn't. I was heavily pregnant in a hostel that wasn't right.
And yeah, and we
So
still had
it's
to.
not easy at all.
How long did it take us to get one?
Took us 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. 6 months waiting, guys.
Yeah.
And that's like
Well, it
considered
took
fast.
No, in all honesty, we was on the list before that when we was actually in our private losing.
So that's when we was actually considered homeless. It still took us 6 months when we was considered actually
when
homeless.
we was actually homeless.
They still
they
didn't
still
have
left
anywhere
us
for us
it,
before
yeah.
that. And yeah, council homes are in like across the whole UK. They are like in shortage. There isn't enough homes to go around. That's why there's still homeless
Do you
people.
know what? I blame it on them building unnecessary things and remoderating things.
Do you know what? No, they're rebuilding homes, yeah, but they're rebuilding houses for people to buy, and there's a lot of people that can't afford to buy right now.
Exactly.
And
so
then
they're just abusing the
certain
system.
people will obviously abuse it, yeah, because the people who can afford to buy will buy, and then they'll put the rents
Private,
really high.
yeah,
that's
and then
what's
rent it.
happening a lot at the moment. Which is, I can't say it's against the law because it's not. Everyone needs to make money at the end of the day. You got to see it in that point as
Yeah,
well.
but at the same time, don't abuse your tenants.
Yeah, of course, that's the thing. But there's also a lot of tenants that abuse landlords.
Of course there is.
That's
but
the other
that's where
side
you
of
have to
council
find the
housing
trust
alive.
in it,
Because
ain't it?
think, the people who are not good tenants, even if they're in a council home, end up getting kicked out. So it kind of works in the same way if you're in a private house.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's just unfortunate we had a bad landlord, but there's people who have good landlords that are in private houses.
And they abuse it.
Yeah, they abuse it. It's the thing.
True.
I think as well, some people are obviously stigmatizing council houses a lot, like we said, and they're not really knowing what a council house fully is. Now, obviously, with our explanation, they might know what one is a little bit better, but there's still going to be people that are like, oh, council houses are dirty.
Yeah.
Council houses, I'd never
They ain't
live in
dirty.
one.
They're just the
They see
same
it
as a whatever home you live in. It is what you make it.
the council could try and make their homes a little bit
Yeah,
more.
but that's the council. Like, you've got to live in it, not the council. So
Yeah, of
therefore
course. You
it's
can
down
always
to
do the
you
inside
to
of your
decide
house,
it. Exactly.
but the outside, like...
The outside is something that you can't help, and at the end of the day, you know, once you close your door, that's your home, innit?
It's true, and obviously when you're in need as well,
Yeah, you
you're
ain't
not going
bothered
to
about
complain,
stuff
are you?
like that, no.
Yeah, when you're in need of things, you're not going to complain. So yeah, it makes sense what you're saying there. It actually does. So do you remember that how to get a council house program as well? I wanted to ask you that. I had that I wanted to ask that at the start, but I thought let's talk about it
Do
a bit
you know
first.
what? That
I think it was on Channel
rings
5.
a
Can you remember?
bell. I can't really remember.
I can remember watching it when I used to live at home with my mum, and I remember watching that program, and I used to sit there laughing at it. But you know, now I'm older and I think back to that program, like, to be honest, like, it didn't really... It showed you the struggles that people have, but you can't take it seriously when you watch it on a program like that. Until I actually went
you
through
don't
it
know
myself,
if it's
yeah, like,
true,
I
do
didn't...
ya?
But no, it's not even that. I
No,
kind of
like,
had
the camera
an inkling it was
was-
true. I just kind of just thought it was funny. I thought this was all just like a bit of a comedic thing. It's like when you used to have that other program, what was it, Benefit Street or whatever?
Benefit
I used to laugh at
Street,
that, but then when you like look at like most people that we know that are on benefits and stuff, like, yo, they actually need those benefits, man. They're at end of life care and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's not a laughing matter, is it really? You get what I mean? So yeah, the stigma's always going to be there, and with programs like that is what I'm getting at. Like, it kind of helps, well, not help in a nice way, but I mean, it helps to make people get more stigma. It's a bad thing. So it's all this reality TV, man. It's not good for people's brains, especially young people as well.
Nowadays, yeah, they're too uptight.
Yeah, this is just a quick one today, guys. So we have actually got on YouTube a playlist which is called the Broke Music Producer Comeup Show, and in that you can actually see us homeless. So yeah, if you want to kind of
Live
be able
and
to
direct.
visualize
Boom.
what it was like for us, just go and watch
No, you'll
that.
be able to watch it if you haven't already. I did mention it last week
Oh yeah, I forgot.
because
You
we
actually
was
did.
talking about
See, this is
living
all
in a
like just,
hostel.
it's not planned, guys. We just
Yeah,
just
we're
talk.
about living in a
But yeah, we
hostel.
figured out some of you lot like it when we just talk. And when it's unplanned, you never know what you're going to hear.
Exactly.
You never know what you're going to hear. We need to get the visuals going soon, man. I want the visuals because
but do you know what?
if
It's
you guys
more-
could see her facial expressions on these podcasts, I swear we'd have like triple the listeners. We'd have viewers, mate. I'm telling you. It's funny.
Like keeping up with Nirvana Paris.
It would be funny, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
shit,
anyway,
man.
guys, we're not going to make the episode too long today. So thank you for listening. Hope you guys had a good day, evening, night, whenever you listen to our podcast.
Also, I wanted to mention
Go on.
our family Instagram.
Oh, go
So we have got a family Instagram, guys. So if you want to go check that out, it is at Navshek Family Official. Yeah.
I'll put a link on the bottom of the podcast so people can find out because it'll be easy
Yeah.
for them in the notes. I'll put it
Just
in the show
click
notes
it.
for guys and
But
girls.
yeah, go check that out, guys.
Look at her just shameless plugging at the end of the show and that. Who said you was allowed to do that? You're the co-host.
Well, I'm always on this show, so
There you go, guys.
I have the rights, I guess.
She's getting the confidence now. She thinks she's running things.
I will be running things, guys. You watch.
Well, we might let her be the host one week, and I'll be the co-host.
No, do you know what? I haven't really got the confidence for that yet, but we'll go into that.
This show is helping bring it out in both of us, because I'm confident, but at the same time, it's hard when you just put yourself on the spot and you haven't got any proper notes.
And you don't have a clue.
Maybe we should plan it a little bit more before.
No, I don't think we should. I think I like it like this, because...
Let us know, guys. Should we plan the show a little bit more, or should we just keep doing what we're doing and just keep it flowing?
Drop your comments below. Because
when we don't cut nothing out, it might make the shows a little bit longer, but at the same time, that's where you get the inner jokes. Obviously, if you...
No, because then it just sounds so planned.
No, that's what I mean. If we just keep it how it is, we'll get the inner jokes.
Keep it how it is.
Yeah, so we're going to keep it how it is for now anyway. But if you guys disagree, obviously you can always let us know. Leave us a message. We've not had many messages recently. Where's all the messages at, man? Guys, you're all listening. All these countries I'm bigging up, man. If you can speak English, guys, why are you not sending messages in, man? Get yourself on the podcast.
Come on.
Get over here.
Someone please send us a topic, though.
Yeah, send us a topic if you don't want to hear us just going on about just rubbish things.
Yeah.
We are just getting to that point where we're rambling, and we're only at episode 5, so we do need to do a bit of planning. She's scratching her head, guys. Can you hear that? What's our next topic? Anyway, peace out. Enjoy your evenings, days.
You're listening to Off the Talk Podcast.